The Galactic Empire had long been a force to be reckoned with in the universe. For centuries, they had conquered countless worlds, imposing their will on all who dared to resist. Now they turned their eyes to Earth, the last stronghold of humanity. The Empire believed they had already won the battle before it even began. In a hidden meeting room, a group of human leaders gathered. They were worried but determined. They spoke in hushed tones, aware that their time was running out. The room was dimly lit, filled with maps and plans. On the walls, pictures of their beautiful planet reminded them of what they were fighting for. "Every day the Empire grows closer," said Commander Jenna, her voice steady but anxious. "We must prepare for the worst. We need to fight back." The others nodded, knowing she was right. The Empire had already captured several colonies, using their advanced technology to crush any resistance. But there was something the Empire did not understand: the strength of the bond between humans and their pets. In another part of the world, deep in a hidden facility, scientists had been working for years. They had created special pets, enhanced animals that were smart, strong, and fiercely loyal. These were no ordinary pets. They were guardians, trained to protect their human companions at all costs. Each pet was unique, with abilities that could turn the tide of any battle. As the Empire's ships approached, the humans knew it was time to awaken their pets. "We must call them," said Dr. Lewis, a scientist who had dedicated his life to studying these animals. "They are our best chance at survival." Outside, the sky darkened as the massive ships loomed overhead, casting shadows across the land. The humans felt a mix of fear and determination. They gathered together, ready to unleash their secret weapon. With a series of commands, the scientists activated the cryo chambers where the pets had been sleeping. One by one, the chambers opened with a hiss, and the enhanced animals emerged. There were fierce dogs with armored skin, agile cats with enhanced reflexes, and even large birds that could soar above the battlefield. Each creature was alert, ready to obey their human companions. The humans looked at their pets with pride. "You are our last hope," Commander Jenna said, her voice full of emotion. "Together we will protect our home." As the pets adjusted to their surroundings, they sensed the urgency in the air. They could feel the fear of their human friends, but also the determination to fight back. The bond between them grew stronger, fueled by a shared goal. Meanwhile, the Empire prepared for their assault, confident in their overwhelming power. They thought humans were weak and easily defeated, but they had no idea what was coming. In the heart of the Empire's command ship, Admiral Kranth sneered as he reviewed the intelligence reports. "These humans are nothing but insects," he scoffed. "We will crush them like we have crushed so many before. Prepare the fleet for the final attack." Little did he know, the humans were not as defenseless as they seemed. As the Empire's ships closed in on Earth, a powerful force was rising from below. The humans and their pets were ready to defend their planet, united by an unbreakable bond. As the sun set, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, the humans stood at the ready, their hearts pounding with anticipation. They could hear the distant roar of the Empire's engines approaching. But they were not afraid. With their pets by their side, they felt a surge of hope. "Let's show them what we're made of," Commander Jenna declared, her voice echoing through the gathering. The humans and their pets prepared for the battle of their lives, ready to fight for their world. In that moment, they understood one thing: they were not alone. The love and loyalty of their pets would be their strength, and together, they would rise to meet the galactic threat head-on. As the Empire's ships drew closer to Earth, the humans gathered in a hidden command center. The atmosphere was tense, filled with a mix of fear and determination. Commander Jenna stood at the front, her heart racing. She looked at her fellow leaders and their pets, ready to make history. "Today, we will show the Empire that we will not back down," she said, her voice firm. "We have a secret weapon they know nothing about: our pets. They are not just animals, they are our partners, our family." Around her, the room buzzed with energy. The humans were joined by their loyal pets, who watched with bright, eager eyes. Each animal had been trained for battle, and their instincts were sharp. The humans had faith in their companions, and that faith was about to be put to the test. "Now is the time to plan our attack," Dr. Lewis said, pointing to a map of the city displayed on a large screen. "We can use the element of surprise. The Empire thinks we are weak, but they don't know what we have prepared. As they discussed their strategy, Commander Jenna looked at the animals beside her. There was Max, a massive dog with reinforced muscles, and Luna, a sleek cat with lightning-fast reflexes. There were also birds like Sky who could soar high and scout from above. Each pet had unique strengths that would help in the battle. "Luna," Jenna called, "can you sneak behind enemy lines and gather information? We need to know their weaknesses." The cat nodded, her eyes glinting with excitement. She loved challenges, and this was a chance to prove her worth. Jenna felt a wave of hope as she watched the animals prepare for their roles. "Max, you'll lead the charge when we engage the enemy," she said, looking at the powerful dog. "Your strength will be our advantage." Max barked in agreement, ready to defend his human at all costs. The other pets echoed their excitement, each one eager to join the fight. The humans felt a sense of unity as they realized their alliance with their pets was stronger than any army. As they finalized their plans, the Empire's fleet entered the atmosphere, casting dark shadows over the land. The humans and their pets gathered near the command center, their hearts pounding with anticipation. They could see the enemy ships, massive and intimidating, but they were not afraid. "We fight for our home, our families, and our future," Jenna reminded everyone. "Together we are unstoppable." Just then, a loud noise echoed in the distance. The Empire's ships began to land, and soldiers poured out, armed with advanced weapons. The humans felt a chill run down their spines, but they stood firm. They looked to their pets for strength, knowing they were not alone in this battle. As the first wave of Empire soldiers advanced, Luna sprang into action. With grace and agility, she darted through the shadows, sneaking around the enemy. She gathered vital information, spotting the weak points in their formation. Meanwhile, Max and the other pets remained alert, ready for the signal to attack. "Now," Jenna shouted, and the humans charged forward, their pets right beside them. The battlefield erupted into chaos. The Empire soldiers were caught off guard as the pets unleashed their fury, using their unique skills to fight alongside their humans. Max barreled into the first group of soldiers, his powerful frame knocking them off their feet. He barked fiercely, rallying the other pets to join the fray. Luna, having returned with her intel, guided the humans to the weakest parts of the enemy lines. As the battle raged on, the unexpected alliance between humans and their pets began to turn the tide. The Empire soldiers, once so confident, now found themselves outmatched. The humans fought with a determination fueled by love and loyalty, while the pets showed their fierce dedication. With every move, they proved that they were not just a team, they were a family. The bond they shared made them stronger than the Empire had ever anticipated. The humans and their pets fought with everything they had. The battlefield was alive with the sounds of barks, roars, and the cries of battle. The unexpected alliance between them was a force to be reckoned with, and the Empire was about to learn a valuable lesson. Underestimating humanity and their pets would be their greatest mistake. The sun rose over the horizon, casting an eerie light on the battlefield. The Empire's ships loomed overhead, their metallic surfaces gleaming ominously. Commander Jenna stood at the front lines, her heart pounding with anticipation. Today was the day they would fight back. Today they would show the Empire the true power of humans and their pets. As the first wave of Empire soldiers charged forward, the humans readied themselves. They lined up in formation, their pets at their sides, each one brimming with energy. Jenna looked around at her fellow fighters, each determined to protect their home. The bond between them and their pets was unbreakable. "Remember our plan!" Jenna shouted, her voice carrying over the noise. "We stick together and we fight as one!" With a loud roar, Max, the massive dog, took the lead, charging toward the advancing soldiers. The sight of him barreling forward inspired the humans and pets alike. He was a living tank, and he knew no fear. The Empire soldiers froze for a moment, surprised by the sudden ferocity of the attack. Luna, the agile cat, darted between the legs of the soldiers, using her speed to her advantage. She swiped at their ankles, causing chaos in their ranks. The Empire soldiers had never faced creatures like these before, animals that fought with such intelligence and skill. "Go, Luna!" shouted one of the humans, cheering her on. She felt a surge of pride and adrenaline, knowing she was making a difference. The battle erupted into a frenzy as more humans joined the fight. They used every weapon available, from makeshift clubs to high-tech gear. The Empire soldiers, equipped with advanced weapons, were caught off guard by the fierce resistance. The humans fought back with raw determination, fueled by their love for their planet and their pets. Sky, the large bird, soared above the battlefield, surveying the chaos below. She spotted a group of soldiers trying to flank the humans. With a powerful screech, she dove down, striking the soldiers with her sharp claws. The Empire soldiers never expected a bird to be part of the battle, and they scrambled to regroup. "Keep pushing forward!" Jenna shouted, rallying her team. "We can't let them gain ground!" As the humans pressed on, they formed small units, working together with their pets to outmaneuver the Empire forces. Max led the charge, barking orders as he guided the others through the battlefield. The bond between the humans and their pets allowed them to communicate without words, anticipating each other's moves. Suddenly, a loud explosion rocked the area as one of the Empire's ships fired at them. The blast sent debris flying and the humans ducked for cover. The shockwave knocked several fighters off their feet, but they quickly got back up. They could not afford to be discouraged. "Get to cover!" Jenna shouted. "Don't let them scatter us." Despite the chaos, the humans stayed focused. They regrouped, taking strategic positions behind the rubble of destroyed buildings. The Empire soldiers advanced cautiously, realizing that their overconfidence was now turning against them. In the midst of the battle, Luna spotted a weak point in the Empire's line. "Max!" she called, using the special bond they shared. "Let's take them from the side." With a quick nod, Max led the charge in the direction Luna indicated. They moved swiftly, weaving through the chaos to flank the enemy. The surprise attack caught the Empire off guard, and they quickly found themselves overwhelmed. "Now!" Jenna shouted, and the humans pushed forward with renewed strength. They fought alongside their pets, each attack calculated and fierce. The ground shook beneath them as the battle raged on, and the cries of combat echoed in the air. The Empire soldiers, who had once thought they were unbeatable, were now feeling the heat of defeat. The humans and their pets fought like a single unit, showcasing an unexpected power. "Together we are strong!" Jenna roared, rallying her team. They surged forward, the tide of battle shifting in their favor. The Empire began to retreat, realizing they had underestimated the spirit of humanity and their loyal pets. As the sun rose higher, illuminating the chaos, the humans knew they had taken the first step toward victory. The battle was far from over, but they had proven that they would fight to the end, united by their love and loyalty. The battlefield was chaotic, filled with sounds of clashing metal, barking dogs, and the cries of soldiers. The Empire's forces, once confident and powerful, began to falter as the humans and their pets fought fiercely. But the battle was far from over. Jenna could see that the Empire was regrouping, preparing for a counterattack. "Stay strong, everyone," she shouted, her voice cutting through the noise. "We have to keep pushing forward." Max, the brave dog, stood at her side, his muscles tense and ready. He sensed the shift in the atmosphere and knew they had to act quickly. Jenna looked around at her team, who were catching their breath but still determined. They had taken losses, but they were not defeated. "Luna!" Jenna called. "Can you scout ahead and find the Empire's weak point?" Luna nodded and sprinted off, her small frame darting through the chaos. She moved silently, using her speed and agility to weave between the soldiers and debris. Her keen eyes searched for any sign of weakness in the Empire's ranks. As Luna scouted, the humans took a moment to regroup. They quickly checked their weapons and encouraged each other. The bond they had formed with their pets gave them strength, and they were ready to fight back. "Look!" shouted one of the fighters. "Luna is back!" Luna returned with a look of urgency. "They have a weak spot on the left flank," she reported, her breath coming in quick bursts. "If we hit them there, we can break through their lines." "Let's do it!" Jenna exclaimed, her heart racing with excitement. "Max, lead the way!" With a bark of agreement, Max took off toward the left flank, and the humans followed closely behind. As they moved, Jenna felt a sense of determination wash over her. They were not just fighting for survival, they were fighting for their future. As they approached the Empire's weak point, they saw a group of soldiers attempting to regroup. They were tired and disorganized, the early morning battle taking its toll on them. This was their chance. "On my signal," Jenna instructed, her eyes focused on the enemy. 3, 2, 1, go! With that, Max charged forward, his powerful legs propelling him into the fray. The humans followed, shouting as they rushed into the fray. The Empire soldiers were taken by surprise as the humans and their pets descended upon them like a storm. Max barreled into the nearest soldier, knocking him off his feet. The shock of the attack sent ripples through the enemy ranks. Luna darted in and out, using her speed to strike at anyone who dared to get too close. "Keep it up! We're breaking through!" Jenna shouted, her voice filled with adrenaline. She could see the fear growing in the eyes of the Empire soldiers as they struggled to respond to the unexpected onslaught. The tide of battle began to turn in favor of the humans. As they pressed forward, more and more Empire soldiers started to retreat, realizing they were outmatched by this fierce alliance. The bond between the humans and their pets was something the Empire had never expected. With each step they took, the humans felt empowered. The energy of their pets fueled their fight, and they could feel victory within reach. Max led the charge, barking commands and rallying the team. Just then, a loud explosion rocked the ground nearby. Jenna stumbled but quickly regained her balance. Smoke filled the air, but the humans did not falter. Instead, they pushed on, refusing to give in to fear. "Stay together! Don't let the chaos divide us!" Jenna shouted, her voice rising above the noise. They fought as one unit, their hearts and minds focused on the same goal. The Empire soldiers, once so sure of their dominance, began to waver. They had underestimated the spirit of humanity and the power of love shared between humans and their pets. As the battle raged on, Jenna spotted Admiral Kranth in the distance, barking orders to his soldiers. His face was filled with anger and disbelief as he watched his troops falter. Jenna knew that taking down the commander would send a strong message. "Let's take him down!" she called, rallying her team. With Max leading the way, they charged toward Kranth, determination in their eyes. With one final push, the humans and their pets surged forward, ready to turn the tide completely. This was their moment. They were not just fighting for survival. They were fighting to reclaim their home and prove that together they were unstoppable. The battle reached its peak, chaos swirling around as the humans and their pets pushed forward against the Empire's forces. Jenna could feel the adrenaline pumping through her veins. Each step they took brought them closer to victory, but they needed to stay focused. The Empire's commander, Admiral Kranth, was still in the fight, barking orders to his remaining troops. They had to take him down. "Max, follow me," Jenna shouted, her voice rising above the din of battle. With a powerful leap, Max bounded ahead, his eyes locked on Kranth. The Admiral was a figure of authority, but he was also growing desperate as he watched his soldiers falter. Luna dashed alongside them, her sleek body weaving through the fray. "Let's go for it!" she urged, her tail high with excitement. They were so close, and the fire of determination burned brightly within them. As they approached Kranth, the Admiral's face twisted in anger. "You think you can defeat us, humans? You're just animals!" he yelled, his voice booming over the noise of battle. Jenna felt a surge of pride. "We are not just animals. We are a team and we fight for our home!" she shouted back, her confidence steady. The bond between humans and pets was a force that Kranth had completely underestimated. In a moment of clarity, Kranth raised his weapon, preparing to fire. But before he could pull the trigger, Max lunged forward with incredible speed. He knocked the weapon out of the Admiral's hands, sending it crashing to the ground. Kranth stumbled back, momentarily stunned.
"No!"
"This can't be happening!" he shouted, fear creeping into his voice. "Together we are stronger!" Jenna declared as she and Max closed in on Kranth. The Admiral, realizing he was outnumbered and outmatched, turned to flee. But it was too late. The humans and their pets were relentless. With a final push, they tackled Kranth to the ground, pinning him down. The battle around them began to slow as the Empire soldiers saw their leader defeated. A wave of panic washed over them as they realized they were losing. "Yield! Surrender now!" Jenna shouted, looking at the remaining Empire troops. They hesitated, fear evident on their faces. The tide had turned, and the humans had shown their strength. Slowly, one by one, the Empire soldiers began to drop their weapons, surrendering to the united front of humans and pets. The battlefield fell silent except for the heavy breathing of the fighters and the distant cries of victory. Jenna stood up, looking over the scene. They had won. A mix of relief and joy flooded her heart. She turned to her team and their pets, pride swelling within her. "We did it! We showed them what we are made of." Cheers erupted from the humans as they celebrated their hard-fought victory. Max barked happily, jumping around as Luna danced in circles, her joy infectious. They had fought together, and now they stood united. But Jenna knew this victory was more than just a battle won. It was a message. Turning to the crowd, she raised her voice, calling for attention. "Listen up! Today, we have shown that humans and their pets are not to be underestimated. Together we are powerful. The humans cheered in agreement, their spirits lifted. Let this be a warning to any who dare threaten our home. We will protect it no matter the cost. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the battlefield, Jenna felt a sense of hope for the future. The bond between humans and their pets had proven to be unbreakable, and together they could face any challenge. From that day forward, the tale of their victory spread across the galaxy. The Empire would think twice before underestimating Earth again, and for the humans, they knew they had formed an alliance that would last a lifetime. With the threat of the Empire behind them, Jenna looked down at Max and Luna, feeling grateful for their loyalty and strength. "This is just the beginning," she said, her eyes sparkling with determination. "Together we can face anything!" In the vast halls of the Galactic Council, representatives from countless alien races gathered. The air buzzed with excitement and chatter, but one figure stood apart. The human ambassador, John Carter, paced nervously. He had a message that he needed to deliver, but he feared it would fall on deaf ears. As the council meeting began, the room quieted. Alien leaders, adorned in colorful robes and shimmering armor, took their seats. Each race believed in its own superiority, confident in its advanced technology and rich history. John felt a knot in his stomach as he looked around at their proud faces. He had seen what humans could do when pushed too far, and he wanted to warn them. "Honored council members," John began, his voice steady but firm. "I come before you today to share a warning about humanity." He paused, searching the faces in front of him. "Humans are not the weak species you might think. We have a history of resilience and strength that should not be underestimated." The room filled with murmurs. An alien with gleaming skin and sharp features, representing the Zarnax race, scoffed. "Why should we worry about a primitive species? We have technology that can wipe out entire planets in an instant." Another leader, a towering creature with multiple eyes, added, "Humans are known for their wars. They destroy each other. How could they possibly threaten us?" John took a deep breath, trying to remain calm. "It's true that humanity has faced many conflicts, but those very battles have made us stronger. When we are backed into a corner, we fight with everything we have. If you underestimate us, it could lead to disastrous consequences." The council members exchanged glances, some rolling their eyes. The atmosphere turned dismissive. John could feel the weight of their skepticism. He continued, "Just last year, a small group of humans managed to unite against a common enemy and pushed back forces that far outmatch them. If we stand together, we can be formidable." "Enough of this nonsense!" shouted an alien with vibrant scales and a loud voice. "We will not be swayed by tales of human bravery. You are nothing compared to the might of the Galactic Council." John's heart sank, but he refused to give up. "I understand your confidence, but please remember, every empire can fall. Do not let your pride blind you to the potential threat we pose if pushed too far. We are capable of great things, both good and bad." A murmur of laughter swept through the council. They believed his words were just a desperate attempt to gain their respect. The leader of the Glix race, known for their cunning and trickery, leaned forward with a sly smile. "What makes you think we will need your help? Your species is often divided and weak." John felt a surge of frustration but kept his composure. "Perhaps you see only the divisions among us, but you do not see our unity when it matters most. If you continue to ignore our warning, you may one day find yourselves facing a united human front." The laughter faded, replaced by an uncomfortable silence. John saw a flicker of doubt in some of the leaders' eyes, but it quickly disappeared. They were not ready to take him seriously. As he finished his speech, he felt a mix of disappointment and determination. "I urge you all to reconsider your views on humanity. We seek peace, but if you threaten us or our way of life, we will respond. Remember this warning, for it may save us all from a future we do not want." With that, John stepped back, knowing he had done his best. The council was not ready to listen, but he had planted a seed of doubt. As the meeting continued, he could see the laughter and arrogance return. He left the chamber with a heavy heart, hoping that one day they would understand the truth about humans and the strength they could muster when united. After the council meeting, the Galactic Council returned to their worlds, dismissing the human ambassador's warning. The atmosphere in the council chamber was electric with excitement and disbelief. They had laughed at John Carter's words, thinking him naive and misguided. But on the fringes of the council, a few leaders began to discuss their next moves. On the vibrant planet of Zarnax, the alien leader, Torgax, gathered his advisors. With his shimmering blue skin and sharp features, he looked every bit the part of a powerful ruler. "This human ambassador thinks he can scare us," Torgax said, his voice dripping with disdain. "We will show him just how foolish he is." One of his advisors, a nervous-looking creature with tentacles, spoke up. "But what if he is right? What if humans unite against us?" Torgax waved his hand dismissively. "Enough of this fear! We are the Zarnax. We have the strongest weapons in the galaxy. We can crush Earth and its people without a second thought. Prepare the fleet for exploration. We will show those humans who truly rules the stars."